What up, Schmoedown rockers? Quite an interesting week. We end Star Wars semifinals. Apparently, we have now figured out what the finals will be for Star Wars. Don't know if we're gonna I'm guessing for this month they're just gonna wait it out and just show off the match in some form of pay-per-view. So I guess, from what I can see, we will probably just finish off round 2 or the semifinals on the other side of the bracket, more than likely, for the team's belt this week. Not sure if that's going to be the first match or not. And then prime time, and then we're going to talk about that. But first, we'll finish it off, and not going to lie. Well, she missed, but she barely did. Other than that, it seems that Demi exercised the demon as well. So, yeah. Yeah, Alex, you got to step up your game quick with this one. And I feel bad for Stars because literally 2 of her top players retired, and one of them lost the belt and couldn't even get it back again, and could barely get through a tournament. I'm sorry, Roxy, but it's just not working in your favor. And yeah, you need to reevaluate shit, it seems. The only thing that hopefully will not be a reevaluation is your belief in Janine and the chance you could do something about it in the future. Because at this point, she needs the management to be able to, a manager such as yourself, to be able to push her. And it sucks even more that Snyder just had, I know he can't mentally handle it, but I just feel like he kind of left her, in doing so, I feel like he kind of left her hanging high and dry, because honestly, that team might have been the only, if they win in the tournament, Deception might not have made it out, given the way they play against Chaos Theory. Yeah. So, because that's what it would have amounted to, I'd think. Yeah. I think the even bigger surprise is, well, Deception had exactly what happened with us before this tournament started, ever since the corruption match. And that's that they essentially had a shitty round 1 on their end. Luckily, in their case, it would have made it as far as they did with Khan. Since Khan kind of shit the bed, but it seems, as we call him in team's case, Arthur Nooms. Downtown Arthur Nooms, not Griffey Nooms in this case. But either way, Nooms, no matter what, for other names before that, it's Nooms still, regardless. And Nooms was the stronger, is clearly the stronger player of the 2, especially if the singles tournament wasn't already showed the case, since he's literally going into round 3 of the next match, and he'll probably wind up in the semis, and more than likely also in the or at least the quarters, if not the semis, and if not actually the finals. I think he might be one of the players that can do it, for sure. Golf clap, but to say that Deception didn't at least put up enough of a fight and at least force King Arthur's hand, because really the 5-pointers seemed a little too easy for them. At least, maybe not for me, but for them, I guess. I don't know. But the Oyama Barbarian match, okay, so it seems Oyama's out of it now. And despite the controversy of it, it wasn't a terrible decision that was made in terms of how they handled that challenge. But it was a reasonable one, because it was a mess up. Like, he probably would have gotten the answer, sir, instead of him, had he not had his little mess up, because that mess up that said a completely different word, different fucking name, just that was on his end because of a lag situation, screwed him up. And and the best thing was to do what was done there to where it had to be a one-pointer because he went to multiple choice. So it was understandable the way they handled it. Even Caro, when we were talking in a Zoom chat, even said so when he got a chance to finally see the match. So yeah, and Caro could be knows how he is about you. One of the many people within this space that knows how to be a stickler about questions. So yeah, that says something, I'd say. I don't know if it means anything to all y'all, but that's something I'd say it was a fair as well. And so, yeah. And then, of course, apparently, I lucked out and didn't know about it because I don't usually get to see the premiere. So I didn't get to know about the spoiler that happened until it was talked about in a Zoom chat meeting. But it was essentially the team's title match between Shazam and Lightning Time. Whoever wins is going to Spectacular and will face, at this point, either the King Arthur and let's be honest. It'll probably be Danger Zone. If it's press room, I'd be more surprised if that's the case, but it's gonna be Danger Zone King Arthur. Let's be honest with ourselves. If not, then what the fuck kind of a bad round one did you guys have? Hope to God you didn't. You need a strong round one, for sure. I wouldn't underestimate Perry nor Horowitz, that's for sure. We need it more than them, honestly, given that Shazam's pretty much already got the belts. The Quirky Mercs don't need to really secure it that much, to be honest with you. But having another team that makes the semis is still a good thing. Don't and not get knocked out or TKO'd. That'll still mean something for you, Corey. Don't take this the wrong way. So I'm just being Dungeon Master here. I've never not flaunted my bias, but I'm not underestimating press room necessarily. It's just Danger Zone is just that great of a team, and it's despite what happened with corruption in the Lightning Time match. And if we didn't have those hiccups, I honestly don't think Shazam would have had those belts, and you would have had to rely on press room. That's just me. Just me. Other than that, I like Shazam. If I don't meet all of you in person, I'll shake hands, hugs if we are able to. So, and it's just, Shazam kind of basically won it, but what I didn't expect was how the match went down. Apparently that third round swing really screwed Lightning Time. Because they was tight until that happened, and then it just changed everything. And they could not keep up with the way they were in the buzzer rounds. And I don't think they were worried about picking it up. They didn't decide to, after they realized what happened, they didn't decide to worry about it as much, and they were going to just let Lightning Time basically screw themselves, which is what happened, unfortunately. Now I just kind of feel bad for them. I feel bad for Lightning Time. Luckily, they still had fun. Everybody did, it seems, and Bibbs and his candy thing was funny, given it was kind of Halloween time. It was just thrown in there. The post interview was so good. So good. And I'm guessing that's the new studio. Either that or I'm guessing they're borrowing the set for the Good People Associate GPA. Because it looks sort of like it. Unless they really did make a Skybound studio. And if that's what it is, I'm like, no, I thought they'd still at least get people to come in. But I don't know how they're going to do it. Because there was barely an audience. And I wish they would have, like the Cantina was. So I don't know how they're going to pull this off. That or the Cantina was busy and they had to come up with something. And I guess they did finally have a studio. I don't know. But yeah, it was a good title match. Now we know who's the champs going into Spectacular at this point. Um, and we already know, like, one of the cards with IG for the most part, despite the Chandru situation that seems to arise at the live event. And at what will be the last live event in a while in NYC. But yeah. And it seems now we know Shazam's got it. They're going to Spectacular. The question is, will they have it? Or will the curse of the Spectacular still have them? Because in all honesty, if Danger Zone is the one that wins it, because I do believe they're going to pull it. And if they do, they're not going to let this opportunity go against them ever again. They're going to find a way to beat Shazam. And try to pull it. They've got to. If not, I'm going to be kind of pissed. And heartbroken. Like everyone else that's managed to get us as far as we have, you know. I feel bad for Mix. Most of everyone who's helped them in the dungeons area, so thank you. I appreciate you. But in the long run. But anyways, I guess that's mostly my thoughts. I'm trying to think who Barbarian's facing again. Crap, I can't think of it. Who is Barbarian facing? But I think round 2, as far as I know, the main portion of what is the tournament is over until they do a pay-per-view of the finals for the Star Wars belt. To see who goes against Harper, which we now know is Nikki versus Gold Leader. And King Arthur awaits the winner of Press Room versus Danger Zone. Let's face it, it's Danger Zone at this point. Or at least it should be. If not, fuck, how bad was the round 1? Let's be honest. Or unless they got a really shitty round 1 and 2, then what the fuck? But yeah. Other than that, I think that sums up my... Yeah. Because for the most part, all we got to figure out is that semifinals, and then they'll do pay-per-views to figure that in for Spectacular, I guess. And then maybe some tiny little matches here and there. I don't know if they'll include a particular singles match, because at this point, all the other tournaments are done now. Will be done, and all we have left is to fill out what's happening in the singles tournament at this point. So... And we already know, as of lately, it seems Peggy's been put back, is officially going to just wind up in the FCL at this point, so. And she was supposed to be tied to the Star, and it's just not working out as well. And maybe she will be more so in FCL, I guess. Which I would also add something else that happened with that pay-per-view, and it seems they're going to find, FCL's doing a teams division, everything that's virtual at this point is all going to go over to there. So what we've had a taste of, even with teams, is probably going to go over there as well. So, in terms of virtual, it's over there as well. So that's how they're planning on doing it. So, we'll see how that goes, I guess. Since FCL's probably done, I'm not going to be able to see anything of that for a while. Which is fine. I need to take a break from that anyway. Or a breather from that. Sorry. But anyways, what did you think of the matches? Leave a comment below, let me know. Like this video, right the like button with thrust links in the description below to Ben's thing. I'm not sure if I want to bring back the other the link for Smash's thing, if he still needs it or not. I wish I'd keep better contact with the guy for that, but is what it is. But anyways, also link description to my Facebook page, and like and follow me there. Hit the subscribe button before you do that as well. On this channel, for that as well. Also, a link in the description as well for the dungeon page. Currently still home of the five-time, one and only five-time movie trivia Schmoedown champion, of the world, Dangerous Dan Merle. This is Rocking Movies with Tyler. I've been Tyler. If you smell what the movie trivia Schmoedown, Schmoedown rocks, Scum Entertainment, and so on and so forth. He's cooking. He's cooking. Now, can you dig that, suckers? Because as far as I'm concerned, yeah, dig it. Soon ring on the Patreon. You can check me out there. Hell, sign up to his Patreon. He might need it too, given his current situations with the surgery and stuff, which is what that link for Ben is. It's for that and the tour thing. And take care, y'all. Bye. Bye.